A board game series that has been around for ages just made its first ever jump to PC, and it dropped as a full release on June 7. That alone is reason enough to take a look. So let's get into everything you would actually want to know before picking this one up. The game is set in the world of Terrinoth, and it's actually a standalone prequel tied into the Descent board game universe. So even if you have never touched the tabletop version, then you're not locked out of the story. You begin as a small band of adventurers chasing down a group of thieves who stole a magic shard, and pretty quick this one spirals into something way bigger, involving zombies, a necromancer pulling strings, and eventually a vampire lord running the whole show. And honestly, the writing does have some charm to it. The characters banter with each other, crack jokes mid-fight, that kind of thing. It is pretty much fully voiced too, which helps a lot. The gameplay splits into two halves. You walk your party around these dungeon maps. This happens in real time, of course. Smashing crates, picking locks, solving the odd light puzzle. One character can even use a grappling hook to cross gaps or drop down ledges. The problem is nothing is really marked for you. If you want all the loot, then you've gotta walk every inch of the map yourself. And your guys do move kind of slow, so that part can definitely drag a bit. Then the combat kicks in, and it switches to a proper turn-based grid fight. You get a deployment phase first, where you place your team, and then everyone acts in initiative order. You've got 3 action points. There's a decent pile of status effects flying around. Poison, slow, frostbite, and one called unstable, that makes fire damage chain off to nearby enemies, which feels great when you pull it off. Resistances matter too. You can also swap turn order between 2 heroes sitting next to each other on the initiative bar, which lets you set up some pretty satisfying combos once you get the timing down. One thing that's a bit annoying though, once the fight actually starts, you can't see enemy attack range or movement range anymore, so a lot of your positioning ends up being guesswork. The game has co-op in here too, up to 4 players, full controller support, and friends can also hop in or leave in the middle of a dungeon. I haven't played multiplayer myself, but based on the reviews, the multiplayer side is not fully smooth yet. People are running into all kinds of bugs and desync issues while exploring or fighting, so this is definitely worth knowing if co-op's the main reason you're buying this. On the actual character side, the game has 8 heroes to pick from, each of course with their own combat style and background. Leveling them up gives you a stat bump, plus a couple skill upgrades to choose from, but the choices tend to feel pretty thin. 2 flat stat options, or pick one of 2 small ability tweaks. It doesn't really feel like you're actually shaping who your character becomes. There's also one hero who keeps standing out as basically mandatory. He tanks. He's got a strong ranged fire attack, and he can also leap across the map. All in pretty much one package. So a lot of teams and compositions end up built around him, whether you actually meant to or not. Between missions you head back to camp, pick a reward from the last run, maybe buy something you skipped earlier using the gold you've collected, and adjust your loadout. So nothing really fancy here, just functional. The story is built across 4 chapters, broken down into a bunch of standalone missions, and there is 20 dungeons total to get through, so there is a real chunk of content here. Each one does tend to follow the same shape. Explore, fight, maybe a puzzle, a fight again, and then the reward. Keep in mind that anything you don't grab as a reward is not gone for good though. It shows up later in a shop. A standard playthrough is probably gonna take you 25 to 30 hours. Could also be faster if you're experienced. Taken all together, this is a game with a lot of moving parts already in place for a first release. A full campaign, a decent roster of heroes, combat that rewards a bit of planning, and co-op if you want company. Hopefully they improve the co-op experience. The game is not perfect. The exploration can drag. The leveling feels a bit shallow. But if turn-based tactics with a dungeon crawl wrapped around it sounds like your thing, then this is likely a great pickup on sale.